we welcome you to KSHEF, where we share knowledge and enrich education. I am Advityanand and currently I am pursuing my BTech in EEE from VIT Vellore, and I'll be your chemistry faculty and we'll be dealing each and every topic of chemistry in details, and will make sure that at the end of each lecture you are left with no doubts. Hello everyone, we are going to start the part 3 of this video. Remember, part 1 and part 2 has already been uploaded for you. Just make sure that you watch all those videos before watching the third part of this chapter. Quickly, let us brief what we are going to study in this part. We are going to deal with states of matter. Can there be changes of states of matter is a question which we'll have the answer in this video. Then there are terminologies related to the change of states of matter. Then we have two major components, temperature and pressure, and we'll study how they affect this state of matter change. And the final task. Remember, don't forget to give the answer for the final task. This is the challenging task and this helps us know how much you have grabbed from our video. So moving on, can there be change of states of matter? So question is, what are changes of state? What do you understand by change of state of matter? Remember, in part 2, we had a similar diagram where solid, liquid and gases can change from one state to another, and there are terms for it. For example, when solid changes to liquid, it is called melting. Liquid to gas is called boiling. On the other hand, when gas changes to liquid, it is called condensation, or liquid to solid is called freezing. Solid to gas is sublimation and gas to solid is deposition. You have to be thorough with all these 6 terms because there can be straight away 1 or 2 mark question asking about the definition of any of these terms. Okay, so back to the question, what are changes of states? Changes of states are physical changes in matter. They are reversible changes. That means they can be brought back, that do not involve changes in matter's chemical makeup or chemical properties. Common changes of state include melting, freezing, sublimation, deposition, condensation, and vaporization. Moving on to the terminologies which I talked about, that when changes of state of matter is concerned, there are certain terminologies which we need to be well versed with. So here are 4 basic terminologies: melting point, boiling point, freezing point, and latent heat of vaporization. Yes, this is the most important term. You can have this term as a straight 1 or 2 mark question in your examination. So what do you understand by melting point? The melting point is the temperature at which a material changes from a solid to a liquid. A material's melting point is the same as its freezing point. Remember that this is very important to note. That's why I have mentioned it here, that melting point and freezing point of a material are same. Next is, what do you understand by boiling point? The boiling point is the temperature at which a material changes from a liquid to a gas. Freezing point, temperature at which a liquid becomes a solid, is termed as freezing point. And the last and the most important, latent heat of vaporization. The amount of energy or enthalpy. Energy and enthalpy are the same terms. So the amount of energy or enthalpy that must be added to a liquid substance to transfer a given quantity of substance into gas is termed as latent heat of vaporization. Now, when we talk about changes of states of matter, there are 2 basic terms which we need to know what are their effects. The basic or the major terms are temperature and pressure. You can have a 5 mark questions about how temperature or pressure affects the change in the state of matter. So we are going to study the effect of temperature on the changes in the states of matter. Let's see. On increasing the temperature of solids, the kinetic energy of particle increases. That means if temperature increases, the kinetic energy of particle increases. They both are directly proportional. Temperature is directly proportional to kinetic energy. Due to the increase in kinetic energy, the particles start vibrating with greater speed. Supposedly, if particles were vibrating at a speed of 1 unit, so they'll start vibrating at a speed, any speed greater than 1 unit. The energy supplied by heat overcomes the force of attraction between the particles. This force of attraction is only the one which we discussed in the first video. The force of attraction between the particles is called the intermolecular force of attraction. So the energy is used to overcome this intermolecular force of attraction. The particles have their fixed positions and start moving freely. A stage is reached when the solid melts and is converted to liquid, and liquid can further change into gases on increasing temperature. That means it is very simple. When you increase the temperature, solid changes to liquid and then liquid changes to gas. Okay, after having dealt with temperature and its effect on the changes in the state of matter, we need to know one more thing, which is the effect of pressure. So, covering it quickly, by applying pressure, we can bring the particles of matter closer and closer. Supposedly, these are two boundaries, and here you have four particles. When you start applying pressure from both the sides, okay, so the boundary length definitely decreases and the particle comes closer. How is it possible? You apply pressure, so the intermolecular force of attraction, which is inversely proportional to pressure, that means when you increase pressure, intermolecular force of attraction is gonna increase and intermolecular space is gonna decrease. Space is inversely proportional to pressure. Intermolecular space will decrease, so particles will come closer and closer. Hence, by applying pressure, gas can be converted into liquid, and further, if you apply more pressure, liquid can be converted into solids. That means with pressure, gas is converted to liquid and liquid to solid. That's it for today. Here we have our final task. So, we are well versed with what we have to do in final task. Here is a question. We have dealt a similar kind of diagram. Just remember, in this video only starting, we had one diagram over here, left, right hand of the corner. So you just have to name what is the name or the process which A, B and C denotes. That means when liquid changes to solid, what is it called? When solid changes to gas, what is it called? Is as B. And when liquid changes to gas, what is the name of C? Be quick and write the answer in the comment section if you have any doubts. If you have any doubts, we are here for you. We'll clear your doubts. You just need to write it in the comment section and we'll be back to you within 24 hours of time. Thank you.